Hey guys, what's going on? It's your fast-talking friend Crypto Jeb here, and in today's video, I have one important technical indicator to show you guys that is predicting a reversal on the downtrend that Bitcoin has been in over the last week or so. And that technical indicator would be that, well, I can't really tell you until after the intro's run because I have to do the YouTuber thing of extending the intro out for watch time. So anyway, there's this one technical indicator, right? And it's predicting a pretty big reversal and an uptrend on Bitcoin and a break above an important downtrend of resistance. So we're going to be discussing all of that and more in today's video. But before we do, guys, I do want to mention the sponsor of today's video, which would be coffee. Get yours at the local kitchen near you. Anyway, guys, without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. So yeah, in case I didn't make myself clear, I hate when YouTubers do that. They're like, oh, look at this really weird indicator, and I'm going to show you 17 minutes into the video. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I was talking about there in the intro because I was totally poking fun at my fellow content creators. Shots fired. And it's actually not one indicator, it's actually two. The two things I want to show you are the fact that Bitcoin is starting to converge bullish on itself on the MACD on the daily chart, and that we have broken above the 20 daily exponential moving average. The reason that these two technicals are so important is because when Bitcoin is below the 20 DEMA, or when you have a downtrend on the daily MACD chart, that is typically signaling a downtrend on Bitcoin. And as you guys know, some of you argued with me in the comment section on this, you're wrong. Bitcoin did go into a downtrend briefly, and technically we're still in it. Remember, guys, the trend is your friend until it ends. We had lower highs, lower lows, we had a downtrend on the RSI, and we had a downtrend on the MACD, and we were below the 20 DEMA. We were in a downtrend, and we still technically are because we haven't reversed. And when Bitcoin is having that downtrend and that bearish cross on the MACD, and when it's below that 20 DEMA, you can be pretty sure that Bitcoin is in a downtrend. This is why it's important. Since those two, especially the 20 DEMA and the MACD, are two of the biggest things that will tell you whether or not you're in a downtrend, well, when you see those things change, then you can hopefully assume that Bitcoin is entering a new uptrend. And as you can see, the histogram on the MACD is starting to converge bullish on itself, which indicates that we are having a cross coming relatively soon. As you can also see, we tested the 20 DEMA as resistance here, and we broke bullish above it. Furthermore, if you guys will notice, I have this zone on the chart that we drew about a week ago, and it looks to me like Bitcoin came right down to it and bounced off of it, and it looks like that's where we got our support. That zone is from $9,500 to $9,600. As you can see in the history of Bitcoin, that is very clearly an important level. We have a lot of touches on it over here. We saw Bitcoin break bearish below it, and when it did, it collapsed. We saw Bitcoin tested as resistance here and here. It is very clearly an important zone of support and resistance, so the fact that Bitcoin came down to it, tested it, and bounced off of it isn't all that surprising. Now, I'm going to be the first to admit, I did see the possibility of Bitcoin going down to the 20 weekly EMA, which if we check, is sitting right here around $8,800, and tomorrow when the weekly candlestick updates is going to be a little bit higher. I could totally see Bitcoin coming down and testing that still, but for right now, it looks like Bitcoin is holding support, which is fine. Remember, guys, we wanted Bitcoin to have a correction so that we would have that RSI reset down into healthy territory, and guess where it fell to? It fell to exactly the 50 level. That's exactly where I wanted the RSI to go, literally to the exact point. Little over a week ago, I was talking about that. I said I want Bitcoin to go down to 50 to 60 on the RSI, the lower the better, so that when we start the new rally and continue the rally, Bitcoin has more room to run without getting overbought, and the bears have to start taking control again in what might end up being a big crash like we've seen historically on Bitcoin, especially in the year 2019. The RSI is reset. The MACD is closer to the zero level. We're looking good on our moving averages. I'm happy about this correction so far. It's looking like a textbook healthy consolidation after an uptrend. If you guys will take a peek at your charts going back to the 2016-17 bull market, you would typically see that Bitcoin would rally for about 60 to 90 days. That rally was 80 days. This rally right here, that was about 45 days. That rally was 55 days, 53 days. This one was a bit of an exception. It was 155 days. This one right here was like 27 days. In general, if you average all those rallies out, you're going to come to somewhere between 60 to 90 days of rallying before you had maybe 20 to 30 days of pullback, and that correction could be up to 40%. Well, in this case, guys, Bitcoin rallied for 60 days, as you can see here, rallied 60%, which is pretty nice. That's 1% a day. So, of course, we were going to have a bit of a trend reversal, a bit of a break to the downside. And so far, we've been in a downtrend for 10 days, and at our maximum, we've lost about 11%. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you, a lot of these pullbacks over here in 2016-17 during our bull market, which we are now in a bull market, they were quite a bit more significant than about 12%. This one was 40%. This one right here was 40%, 30%, and then this one over here behind my face cam was 36%. And all of them saw breaks to the downside below the 20 daily exponential moving average, as you can see right here. We have not seen Bitcoin significantly break below the 20 DEMA just yet, and the fact that all those pullbacks were about 40% in size and this one was only 11% does mean to me that even though Bitcoin is broken bullish here, even though this looks good, Even though the MACD is converging bullish on itself, I need to see one thing before I can be totally bullish on the trend again and expecting Bitcoin to continue the rally. Bitcoin needs to get above two levels in particular. One, it needs to get above this level right here with our previous high at $10,300. And from there, it needs to get above this level right here at $10,490. Just call it 10.5. For Bitcoin to be reconfirmed into a new uptrend, it needs to get above both of those. Each time it gets above one of them, it's going to be a little bit stronger. It's going to be a little bit more likely to continue the rally. Although things are looking bullish, and although everything I just said in this video does point to a trend reversal, please be aware that since we've had 60 days of bull market, we should be expecting a little bit more of a pullback than this. So it is still possible that Bitcoin pulls back to that $9,000 mark. If that were to happen, that'd be about a 15% correction, which isn't terrible. No matter what happens, guys, here's what's important. Bitcoin is in a bull market. We have confirmed it through golden crosses. We have confirmed it through MACD. We have confirmed it through RSI on the weekly chart. We have confirmed it through news. We've confirmed it through market structure. There are so many ways that we have confirmed that we are in a bull market. That is just, I don't think a lot of people are disagreeing with me on that. What's important now is trying to analyze how big is this pullback going to be, and do we start entering more long positions now, or maybe do we wait until Bitcoin pulls back to $9,000? I don't think we're having a reversal that's going to cause this little bull market to peter out. I don't think that's going to happen, but I could definitely see Bitcoin rejecting below $10,000 to $10,500 and pulling back down to that 20 weekly EMA and getting support down there like we tend to do during bull markets. The question is not at this point, are we re-entering a bear market? The question is, when do we go long? When does Bitcoin bounce? When does Bitcoin continue the rally? That's all it is. We're taking a breather. There's nothing unhealthy about that. So I want to throw the question back to you guys. Where do you think the bottom is on this pullback? Do you agree that Bitcoin is in a bull market and that we're not really in danger right now? Are you entering positions right now? Are you scaling into your longs? I have my dollar cost averaging going all the way to the bank, and I'm very happy with the positions that it has accrued over the last 2 weeks. Like I said, guys, Bitcoin looks fantastic. I'm very happy about it. The space looks good. The Simpsons just did a piece on Bitcoin. You guys probably saw that news. I'm not going to cover it because other people have. And also, to wrap it out, I do want to mention one thing, which is the shorts chart. If you will notice here, the shorts just jumped off a cliff. We were sitting at around 12,000 shorts, pulled back 70% in, that says 6 hours, but it was actually in the span of 2.5 hours. And honestly, because these are hourly candlesticks, it happened a bit quicker than that anyway. And by the way, I checked on the Bitcoin chart. That was not a short squeeze. It didn't do anything to the Bitcoin price action, so it doesn't look like that was a short squeeze. It just looked like 7,000 people closed their short positions all at once for some reason. Feel free to let me know what you think about that. That's over on Bitfinex. I can't really look at this chart on any other market, so maybe that's just a Bitfinex phenomenon. Point is, the shorts have crashed and they're really, really low right now, which I take that as a bullish signal. Guys, 2020 is shaping up to be a pretty good year for Bitcoin. I'm really looking forward to seeing where Bitcoin is going to go this year. I really want to know what the space can do, especially now that we got our feet back under us and we have the bull market in motion. That snowball, I don't care which direction it's rolling. If it's rolling in the bearish direction or in the bullish direction, it will tend to pick up speed. And right now, we've just kind of crested that bearish hill, and now we're starting to roll down the bullish side, and we're picking up momentum. Hopefully that can continue. You guys know I'll be keeping you updated for the entirety of that bull market here over the coming years. Anyway, guys, before we go, I just want to mention something that I was thinking about earlier before I started recording the video. I sat here for like an hour thinking about it before I recorded the video. I was just thinking about how awesome this new YouTube channel that we're going to start is going to be, because if you guys don't know, the new YouTube channel is going to be focused primarily on a charity. I want specifically to target homeless people and people that are at risk of becoming homeless, and also families that are in financially dire straits. And you guys know this new channel and everything with that is not going to negatively impact Crypto Jeb. This channel is only going to continue to get better and higher in production value and better analysis and everything. This channel is going to continue to grow the way that it currently is, but I'm really excited for that because I know that we can do a lot of good. And the really cool thing is that the only reason that's possible, the only reason that the amount of good we're going to do this year, next year, the year after that, and hopefully for decades to come, the only reason that's possible is because of this, a camera, and this, a microphone, YouTube. That you guys, I just want to wrap this video out by showing you guys how grateful I am for what you guys have allowed me to do in my life. Because when this YouTube channel started, I was not in a good place. I was in a very bad place, actually, in a lot of ways. And a lot of people are. And unfortunately, not all of them are going to be saved through entrepreneurship and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and technology the way that I was. A lot of them don't even realize that there's a way out. So I just want to encourage you guys, think about how you can help those around you, because a lot of times there are people around you suffering and you don't even know because they don't want you to know. And it's not that they're doing that intentionally. I remember when I was going through everything, no one had any idea. And it wasn't necessarily because I didn't want to tell them. It's because I didn't really realize how bad it was until it was over. I encourage you guys, help your friends out. About 40% of the money I made last year before taxes went to helping my friends and family in need. That is a goal right there. I want to keep that up for the rest of my life. Hopefully you guys will partake in something similar. Not on a soapbox, not judging anyone, not telling you what to do with your money or your life, but I am saying try to think about how you can help those around you. Let's make the world a better place together. Anyway, guys, that is going to have to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.